Oh, thank you. Perfect, thank you. Hi there, everybody. All right, what if one song could completely eliminate depression in just one song? You might think, wow, that's a pretty bold claim, Courtney. I don't believe you. And I'd probably say, maybe so. That is a pretty bold claim. But a 2025 study by the Healing Harmony Project took a group of women who were victims of sexual violence in the Congo. They put them through a study where they first assessed them. 90% had depression and anxiety. 36% had PTSD. They wrote one song and recorded just one song. After that experiment, only 15% had depression and anxiety, and only 2% had PTSD. Let that sink in. 75% of people completely eliminated their depression. And you might think maybe it was temporary. They checked them 6 months later and the results stayed the same. Now, maybe you're thinking, what if I'm just one of the 15% that this doesn't work for? I'm here to tell you that those results showed that even if it wasn't completely eliminated, they still found immense healing. Some of you are maybe not people who believe in studies. You think, you know what, people do experiments, they're rigged, whatever. But I am living proof that songwriting can heal you. See, I was a child who was born to a drug addict and a very abusive mom. I was in the foster care system temporarily, in and out, and fortunately, my grandparents were able to get custody of me. But the happy ending didn't end there. I still had access to my dad and my birth mom, and I had a lot of unwanted experiences with them that the abuse continued on. My grandparents, they had great intention of keeping them in my life, but it did more harm than good. When I was 11 years old, I started teaching myself how to write songs. My grandma was a pianist, so we had a piano in the house, and she actually refused to teach me because I was very stubborn. So I started teaching myself and writing songs. This is coming from somebody who, back in preschool, was so quiet that my grandma had to send a video of me singing and dancing because they did not believe I could talk. And now I'm here talking on a microphone. Like, that's insane. So I became a music therapist and I started teaching other people songwriting, but I only had 60 minutes in the psych hospital to run these group interventions. And time again, I had patients break down, bawling their eyes out with just writing one song. I even had a stripper who wanted to punch me. She said, I don't want to do your group. I don't want to be here. And I said, that's fine. Just go sit in the corner and you don't need to be here, but you know, this is your treatment plan and they're probably gonna get mad at you, so just join the group anyways. She wrote her song, broke down crying, and right after that, she came and hugged me. The girl who wanted to punch me started giving me hugs because that is the healing power of song. So instead of me just yabbing on about songwriting, I actually want to do a demonstration. We are going to write a song right now on stage. So I need one volunteer. You're not going to have to sing. Yep. Oh, you want to be a volunteer? Okay, be my volunteer.
You said I'm not singing.
Yeah, you're not singing.
Why we can dance though?
Yeah, and so what I teach people in my program, One Day Songwriter, is to process an event. So today I'm gonna have you tell me, yeah, and I'm gonna have you sit over here. I'm gonna have you tell me about a moment where you overcame. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start writing stuff down, so I promise you I'm not ignoring you, but I gotta write while I write a song. So, what's your name?
Martha.
Martha, nice to meet you. Can you tell me about a time in your life when you overcame?
Talk about this heartbreak. I believe I overcame that. What do I talk about? The after, the middle, or the before?
I want you to just pick one moment, not necessarily the whole thing, but just maybe one moment in time when you were overcoming it. Maybe the moment you got broken up with.
Okay.
You volunteered.
When that happened, I was in shock. I felt like somebody threw me out of a plane. I confused, like, wow, was I experiencing a reality that wasn't there? I'm a mathematician, so I see pattern. It wasn't a pattern that I saw or recognized. It didn't follow my Fibonacci sequence. So I was shocked.
What were you wearing that day?
Oh, wow, now we're going deep.
Yeah, we're going deep.
I was actually driving, I don't know where I was driving to, and I called to complain. Like, why haven't you called me? Because he actually came from visiting his parents in Panama. And for some reason, I had the audacity. God actually, it was when you hear that voice, God asked me, ask him if he found somebody in Panama. So I asked him, did you find someone in Panama? He said yes. So he didn't break up with me, but that was a breakup, to know that he found someone. So what was I wearing? I don't remember what I was wearing. Probably jeans and a red jacket because it's Chicago cold winter. So red jacket, jeans. Coming from work. I was coming from work.
Okay. So the reason I ask those questions is not because I necessarily care about the answer, but it's because the details of what you're wearing, what did you see, what did you feel, what did you touch, the 5 senses, those re-trigger the memory, and those are what bring back these in details. Because you didn't tell me that you were driving down the road coming from work. You didn't tell me you were calling to complain. So we're gonna write our first verse together. I think maybe the first line we could do is driving down the road, calling to complain. We'll write maybe you're out there in Panama. Have you maybe forgotten my name or something? Maybe what do you think the next line should be?
I'm feeling the pain.
So what did somebody say?
I'm feeling the pain.
I'm feeling the pain. I like that. I'm feeling the pain. Feeling the pain. Okay, so I think we got our, let's say, all you said was yes. Said was yes.
I don't think I like this.
You could always tap out if you need to. All I said was yes and yet. And then fitting for the event, our chorus is always just something that repeats a mantra, something repeatable, the big takeaway. So for the sake of the event, we're going to do She Overcomes. So, and yet she overcomes. So now I want you to bring me to a moment, maybe today. You're at this event, you spoke, and tell me about what you've learned since that breakup. What feelings have you had today in overcoming?
Well, right now, because you're taking me back to that moment, I feel that pain, that like, what just happened to me? So I feel like somebody dropped this cold ice on me, and I remember that's how the news felt. I just knew that I couldn't continue that conversation, so I hung up. I just remember that. So right now, it's like all the emotions coming back to me. Prior to that, I was actually very content with everyone that was coming up to us after our business debug panel. There was like a lot of admiration from the ladies telling us like, do not leave before taking a picture with you girls because you girls were so powerful. So that was in alignment and just brought my purpose back. I was like, oh, this is exciting, this is where I'm supposed to be at. So I was completely in a whole different realm. But you brought me back into all the emotions. It's like, when I said I didn't enjoy that, I was like in 30 seconds of everything of the past 3 months. That was intense.
Yeah. So I really like what you said about the drop of cold ice. So maybe our second verse is going to be, a drop of cold ice, I hung up the phone, memories flooding back, but my purpose is intact. Maybe we say something about building, what do you want to say, building what was lost, or what do you think the next line should be? Or the audience? Yeah.
I took off the red jacket and put on the red dress.
Ooh, love it. Love that. Took off the red jacket. Took off red jacket.
Who I was.
Yes, I like that. When I put off the red jacket, put on the red dress.
Hung up the phone, I'm never alone.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah.
Hung up the phone, was never alone.
Yeah, so we'll say I took off the red jacket, put on the red dress, knowing I'm not alone. Yeah, well, I like the knowing I'm not alone. Hung up the phone, knowing I'm not alone. Okay, I like that. Hung up the phone.
Lady in red.
Okay, all right, so we've got our song. So the reason I don't have a guitar here is,
But what she said, lady in red, nothing stops you, baby.
oh, put Lady in Red. Okay, hold on, I need to redo this first.
Lady in red, nothing stops you. Huh?
Lady in red is not dead.
What did you say?
Lady in red is not dead.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I like that.
Lady in red,
The lady,
no stop sign.
the lady in red is not dead. Yeah, actually, let's redo this second verse, okay, because that's a good line.
Hot flaming Cheeto, let's go.
Flaming Cheeto. So the lady in red is not dead. We'll put, so we'll start with the first line, that I took off the red jacket, and then we'll say the lady in red is not dead. I like that. I took off the red jacket. Threw off, okay. Red jacket. Making me have to rewrite everything. I took off the red jacket, put on the red dress, and then we'll say stepping in my purpose, because that will rhyme with dead. Purpose. The lady in red is not dead. Okay, and then we'll go back to the chorus and say, because that'll be our leader word in, then she overcomes. So the reason I don't have a guitar here is because I want to prove to you that anybody, and I mean anybody, can write a song. This isn't just, if you can pick up a pen, if you can write, even if you can't write, you can still write a song, because people were making songs before they even knew how to read and write. So songs are how we share our stories. It's how we pass down our emotions. I do sometimes use a guitar, but what we're gonna do today is I'm gonna sing this a cappella, but I'm gonna sing it into an app called Suno that is gonna create a custom original track that we have all the rights to. We can put up on Spotify if we wanted to. So that is what we're gonna do. And when you're home and you're feeling overwhelmed and you don't have the chance to go to your therapy appointment, or maybe you don't even feel like you can get yourself to therapy, what you can do is process your 5 senses, write them down. I'll teach you in a little second the quick way to turn it into a song, and then speak it, or don't even sing it, into this app, and you have a song to listen and reflect back to. So let's try that. All right. Don't worry, I won't make you sing.
I can say,
Yeah, right. Okay, so here's the app, and then I'll just do this when we get to it. Okay.
I will dance it whenever it's ready. I'll
Yes, let's do that. All right, so I'll start singing the song, and this is a cappella, so bear with me. Okay. Driving down the road, calling to complain. You're out there in Panama, have you forgotten my name? I'm feeling the pain, all you said was yet, and yet. She overcomes, 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 she overcomes. I took off the red jacket, put on the red dress. The lady in red's not dead. Stepping in my purpose. Because she overcomes. 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 She overcomes, she overcomes, she overcomes. All right, so, thank you. While that is loading, it's gonna take 2 seconds. What type of style should we do? Maybe like empowerment pop? What do you think, like that? Okay, let's see. Or what's your favorite style? You like?
Cumbia.
How do I spell that?
Como la flor.
Wait, spell it for me, because we'll make that.
Cumbia.
Yeah, I don't know how to spell that.
C-U. C-U-M-B-I-A.
Okay, cumbia.
I really like corridos. That would be cool.
Inspired empowerment
We're
song.
doing a corrido when we get home for business diva.
All right.
That's it.
And our title is going to be She Overcomes. So what I do is, because we're singing this one, I'm making the audio influence close to the melody, and I'm just going to put that we want to keep the strong melody line. Keep the strong. The app is called Suno. It's S-U-N-O. And just so you know, in the back, I have a flyer where it has a free book download to do this exact process, so that you can do this at home. All right, so the groove is on its way. Thank you so much for coming up. Oh yeah, you want to dance. I forgot. We're doing a dance. Okay. Okay. So here we go. And I think it could be fun while we end this. If you feel called to sing the chorus, sing the chorus. Close your eyes. It's just us. You're not on camera, so you don't have to sing like I had to. So here we go. No, wait, I'm so sorry. I feel like it didn't, I'm so sorry to stop your groove, but it didn't bring the lyrics, so give me a second. Hold on. Oh no, it didn't stop it. So sometimes this happens, this is just how it goes. So, give it one more second. Okay, it didn't pull up the lyrics the first time because my internet is so bad. So we're gonna redo that, but you got your dance break, so.
You can get up and dance with me. You're gonna do it?
Okay.
Is back and then go back.
All right, that's how we do it.
Oh, you can't see it?
Here we go. It did bring up a good beat though, but that was not it.
Just sing.
I will just sing, but it is loading. It is almost here.
If you don't know cumbia, it's back, stay here, back, and then you just follow the rhythm of the music.
Okay, here we go.
There you go, she's got it. And what helps is if you just move your shoulders and nobody looks at your legs. What is that?
This is a new song.
That's by Lena?
Driving down the road, calling to complain. Girl, there in Panama, have you forgotten my name? I'm feeling the pain. All you said was yeah. She overcomes.
She overcomes.
She overcomes. She overcomes. She overcomes. She overcomes. She overcomes. She overcomes. She overcomes. She overcomes. She overcomes. I took off the red jacket, put on the red dress, red stocking, stepping in my ears because she overcomes, she overcomes, she overcomes, she overcomes, she
Overcomes. She overcomes.
overcomes,
She overcomes.